Good morning. Welcome to Basic Electrical Engineering, Unit 4, Electrical Machines, Lecture 23 on Induction Motors. So today's topic is single phase induction motors. What is an induction motor? An induction motor is also known as asynchronous motor, is a commonly used AC electric motor. Induction motors are referred to as asynchronous motors because they operate at a speed less than their synchronous speed. In an induction motor, the electric current in the rotor needed to produce torque is obtained via electromagnetic induction from the rotating magnetic field of the stator winding. That means this torque is developed by electromagnetic induction principle from RMF. RMF is rotating magnetic field of stator winding. The rotor of an induction motor can be squirrel cage or wound rotor type. Two types of rotors, squirrel cage and wound rotor or slip ring induction. So this is the general induction motor, practical one that we see in most of the applications. Now what is synchronous speed? Because as we told that it is an induction motor is an asynchronous motor which does not run at a synchronous speed, we need to understand what is the synchronous speed. Induction motors are referred to as synchronous motors because they operate at speeds less than their synchronous speeds. Synchronous speed is the speed of rotation of magnetic field in a rotary machine. It depends on frequency and number of poles of the machine. It means synchronous speed is the speed of rotation of magnetic field, the speed at which the magnetic field rotates. The induction motor always runs at speeds less than synchronous speeds. The rotating magnetic field produced in the stator will create flux in the rotor, hence causing the rotor to rotate. The rotating magnetic field will be produced in stator. This will get induced in rotor and which will cause the rotor to rotate. Due to the lag between flux in the rotor and flux in the stator, the rotor will never reach its rotating field speed, that is synchronous speed. Although the stator flux is at synchronous speed, the rotor will not run at synchronous speed because there is a lag between the flux of stator and rotor. Now types. There are basically two types of induction motors, and depending upon the input supply they are single phase induction motors and three phase induction motors. Single phase induction motors are not self starting motors, you have to remember this very important point, and three phase induction motors are self starting. We'll see why a single phase induction motor is not self starting in next slides. Next, single phase induction motors can further be classified as split phase induction motor, capacitor start induction motor, capacitor start and capacitor run induction motor, shaded pole induction motor. And three phase induction motors are classified based on the rotor structure, squirrel cage induction motor and slip ring or wound rotor induction motor. Now single phase induction motor. As today's topic is single phase induction motor, we are much more interested in learning about single phase. We'll be confined to this single phase. We'll discuss the three phase induction motor in the next sessions. The types of single phase induction motors, as we have seen: split phase induction motor, capacitor start induction motor, capacitor start capacitor run induction motor, and shaded pole induction motor. You have to remember this. Single phase motors are simple in construction, cheap in cost, reliable and easy to repair and maintain. Some of the advantages of single phase induction motors: easy construction, less cost, reliable, easy to repair and maintain. Now, it's about the construction of a single phase induction motor. As its name indicates, stator is a stationary part. It has a stator and rotor. Stator is a stationary part of the induction motor. A single phase AC supply is given to the stator of the single phase induction motor. The rotor is a rotating part of the induction motor. The rotor connects the mechanical load through shaft. The rotor is a single phase induction motor is of squirrel cage type. The construction of single phase induction motor is almost similar to this squirrel cage three phase induction motor, but in case of a single phase induction motor, the stator has two windings instead of one three phase winding in three phase induction motor. No, stator. The stator of a single phase induction motor has laminated stamping to reduce eddy current losses on its periphery. The slots are provided on its stamping to carry stator or main winding. Stampings are made of silicon steel to reduce hysteresis losses. See, the stator is made of laminated stamping to reduce eddy currents, and slots are provided on this stamping to carry main winding, and these stampings are made of silicon steel to reduce hysteresis. It's almost same like the other machines. We'll use high grade material like silicon steel to reduce hysteresis losses, and we'll use laminated stampings to reduce eddy current losses. The common point in most of the cases. When we apply a single phase AC supply to the stator winding, magnetic field gets produced. When we apply a single phase AC supply to stator winding, stator winding will have AC, stator will have stator winding, and we will supply AC to this stator winding, and a magnetic field is produced. The motor rotates at speed slightly less than the synchronous speed. Synchronous speed is given by ns. Synchronous speed is denoted by n suffix s, which is 120 f by p, where f is the frequency and p is the number of poles of the motor. The construction of stator and of a single phase induction motor is similar to that of three phase induction motor, except that there are two dissimilarities in winding part of the single phase induction motor. Firstly, the single phase induction motors are mostly provided with concentric coils. We can easily adjust the number of turns per coil with the help of these concentric coils. The MMF distribution is almost sinusoidal. This is first one. Secondly, except for shaded pole motor, the asynchronous motor has two stator windings, namely main winding and auxiliary winding. We'll see why we are using these two types of windings. These two windings are placed in space quadrature to each other. So these are the two differences, dissimilarities between a single phase and a three phase induction motor stator. This stator has main and auxiliary winding in case of a single phase induction motor, whereas in case of a three phase induction motor you'll only have only one winding, that is one three phase winding, and the other point is it is provided with mostly single phase induction motors are provided with concentric coils in order to adjust the turns per coil. See, this is the main winding and this is the auxiliary winding. This is, and this is the rotor. You can consider this as a stator. We'll see why we are using this capacitor in the next slides. This is run or main winding, and in this the auxiliary or start windings are placed. This is main winding and this is auxiliary winding. This main winding has low resistance, high XL value, set deeper in the laminations to increase XL, and auxiliary windings has high resistance, thinner wire, low XL, few turns, set shallower in the laminations to limit XL. This is, you can see, these are the main windings. This is the stator part. This is the stator part, and this is stator winding, in which you have these as main winding, and these you can see this silver color, which are the auxiliary windings. So main windings are of low resistance, auxiliary windings are of high resistance. Main windings have a high XL value, that means more turns, and this auxiliary winding has, or starting winding has, less turns. The rotor of a single phase induction motor. Construction of rotor of a single phase motor is similar to that of squirrel cage of three phase induction motor. Rotor is cylindrical and has slots over its periphery. It's cylindrical. The slots are not made parallel to each other but are little bit skewed, as the skewing prevents magnetic locking of stator and rotor teeth and makes the working of induction motor smooth. The squirrel cage rotor consists of aluminum or brass or copper bars. These aluminum are called rotor conductors and placed in the slots of the periphery of rotor. Copper or aluminum rings permanently short the rotor conductors called as end rings. The absence of slip rings and brush make the single phase induction motor very simple and robust. See this, you can see they are little bit squeezed such that they are not parallel actually. This will help us prevent the magnetic locking which will occur sometimes, and at the end they are shorted by end rings at both the ends. This is a squirrel cage rotor. The working of single phase induction. When the stator of single phase induction motor is fed with single phase supply, when we give single phase supply to stator, it produces alternating flux in the stator winding. The alternating current flowing through the stator winding causes induced current in the rotor bars in squirrel cage rotor. This alternating current flowing through stator will induce current in the rotor bars because it is short circuited. According to the Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, this induced current in the rotor will also produce alternating flux. We have given supply to a stator, single phase supply to stator, which is producing an alternating flux, and this flux will induce some current in the rotor which is short circuited. According to Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, this rotor will also produce an alternating flux. Even after both alternating fluxes are set up, motor fails to start. However, if the rotor is given an initial start by external force in either direction, then motor accelerates to its final speed and keeps running with its rated speed. This is what happens. Even though two alternating fluxes are set up, which is not rotational actually, so the motor fails to start. But if we give an initial start by external force, it will automatically start. The rotor will starts rotating. Under this condition, it is said to be locked. This behavior of single phase induction motor can be explained by double revolving field. A double field revolving theory, it states that any alternating flux can be resolved into two components having magnitude half of the maximum magnitude of the alternating quantity, and both these components rotating in opposite direction. Thus, these force vectors, as they are of same magnitude but opposite in direction, does not cause the rotor to rotate. So in single phase induction motors are not self-starting. Why single phase induction motor is not self-starting? The stator of single phase induction motor is wound with single phase winding. When the stator is fed with a single phase supply, it produces alternating flux. Alternating flux acting on the squirrel cage rotor cannot produce rotating, only revolving flux can. That is why single phase induction motor is not self-starting. When stator is fed with supply, it produces alternating flux, and this in turn will also make the rotor produce the alternating flux, which is not actually revolving. That's the reason why a single phase induction motor is not self-starting. After giving the supply, if the rotor is made to rotate in either direction by external force, the motor will start to run. We can solve this problem by making the stator winding into two windings. One is main winding, other one is auxiliary winding. In order to make this single phase induction motor self-starting, we can split the stator winding into two parts. One is the main winding and auxiliary winding, and phase shifted by 90 degrees. Now, how to make a single phase induction motor self-starting? Stator of single phase motor has been made as main winding and auxiliary winding or starting winding. These two windings are connected in parallel across single phase supply and are spaced 90 degrees electrical apart. Phase difference of 90 can be achieved by connecting a capacitor in series with starting winding. Hence, motor behaves like a two-phase motor and starts producing revolving magnetic field which causes rotor to run. Once motor gathers a speed, say 80 to 90% of its normal speed, starting winding gets disconnected from the circuit by means of centrifugal switch, and the motor runs only on main winding. Practically, we can see that the fans does not rotate when the capacitor gets disconnected from the motor. But if we rotate with hand, it will start rotating. That is why we use a capacitor in single phase induction motor. The types of single phase induction motor, split phase induction motor, first one. In split phase induction motor, a resistance is connected in series with starting winding, so it is called as a resistance start induction motor. A switch is also connected in series with the winding to switch off after the rotor has attained running speed. The main winding and the stator winding or auxiliary winding are displaced by an angle 90 degrees to each other. You can see this is the starting winding and this is the main winding, and a resistance is connected in series with the centrifugal switch, and we have discussed the importance of this splitting of main and starting winding, and this is a series resistance, so it's also called as a resistance start induction motor. Now the second type is capacitor start induction motor. A capacitor is connected in series with the starting winding associated with the centrifugal switch. This is centrifugal switch and this is a capacitor. Instead of a resistor, we are using a capacitor. The capacitor is used to start the motor initially until it attains sufficient speed. After that, the capacitor is disconnected by opening the switch. If you open the switch, it will get disconnected. Third type, capacitor start, capacitor run induction motor. A capacitor is connected in series with the starting winding associated with the centrifugal switch, as in the previous case. Also, a capacitor is connected in parallel to the starting capacitor. This capacitor is used to start the motor initially until it attains sufficient speed. After, the capacitor is disconnected by opening the switch. But capacitor connected in parallel remains as it is to improve the running conditions. So you can see both. If you open the switch, this capacitor will get disconnected, and this is a start capacitor, and this is a run capacitor. In order to improve the conditions, running conditions, this capacitor is connected, and this is a capacitor start and capacitor run induction motor. Now, shaded pole type. A shaded pole induction motor consists of squirrel cage rotor, which is rotated under salient pole magnetic field. One end of the salient pole is attached by a copper coil, which is also considered as a shaded ring, which is short circuited. The magnetic field induced in the main poles is induced into shaded coils by means of a induction principle. The magnetic flux produced in an alternating field and the flux induced in shaded coil opposes the flux of the main pole. A rotating magnetic field is developed due to the field oppositions during entire cycle. Therefore, unique torque is developed which is able to rotate the rotor. This is how it works and makes it self-starting. So this is a shading coil and this is a rotor, and this is what we have discussed now, shaded pole, which makes it self-starting. Now, applications of different types of single phase induction motor. Split phase are used in fans, blowers, mixing grinders, washing machines, etc. And capacitor start used at very heavy loads such as uh, where frequent starting is required, used in air conditioners, compressors, refrigerators, conveyors, belts, other machines. And capacitor start, capacitor run, these are used in heavy load applications. Also frequent starting and high inertia is required, where high inertia are like air conditioners, refrigerators, pumps. Now, shaded pole, these are used for low starting applications such as cooling fans, exhaust fans, blowers of fans of different types, relays, and in table fans. Now, what are the disadvantages of single phase induction motors? It has low starting torque, it has more losses, its efficiency is very low, poor efficiency, and we cannot reverse the direction, and low power factor. So this is the end of lecture 23, basic electrical engineering on single phase induction motors. Thank you.